Welcome back.
Thank you, Grace. Hi, everyone. I'm working for AwR Rustamani. So a bit of disclaimer here. This morning I was reminded that we are group. So AwR Rustamani group. Okay. So that's my mistake that I missed the group keyword. So I'm heading the data science and AI and analytic initiative in the group. And today I want to explain a little bit what we're doing in the group. So if you know the brand, we are more famous for automotive dealership. So we're selling Nissan, Infiniti, and Renault, but we have also business in other sectors like retail and property. But since we are famous for automotive dealership, so I'll stick to automotive sector, and I'll explain a little bit more about what we have done so far to make customer journey with us more pleasant and more good experience. So we're collecting the data about customers left and right? From the beginning that they start Googling, looking for next car, opportunity leads, till they become sort of a customer, sales customer. Then after that, they moving to service customer funnel, right? And they keep coming to us for every 6 months service and so forth. So we have a lot of information about the customer. This is the customer insight or 360 built in within the group. So we have demographic information. We have all ownership, previous, current ownership cars, all statistics about the car, mileage, kilometers, service done, transactions, and all call center interaction, any complaint, any surveys, NPS score, everything, insurance, finance, everything we have it in one place. So now that basically enable us to deep dive and provide some insight for the business to make the customer journey more smoother, right? So these are a couple of use cases that has been done in the group through my team. I'll explain one or two. The rest I put it as a teaser, so we can discuss it separately. We don't have time to go through all of them, but I'll focus on NED or next expected date, which is a little bit more classic machine learning use case. And if I have time, I'll jump into sentiment analysis on survey, customer survey. The rest, we can discuss it separately. So basically, what is NED? We short it as NED, or next expected due date, right? So cars, during their warranty period, is typically 3 to 5 years, depending on different brands, have to be serviced regularly. Again, it depends on the manufacturer mandates, 10,000 kilometers or 6 months, whichever comes first. Otherwise, you may lose the warranty. Basically, that's a mandate by car manufacturer. So our job is to remind the customer to come within that time frame to not compromise the warranty. To do that, we build a model to predict when the customer is going to potentially finish that 10,000 kilometers or 6 months, whichever comes first, based on the driving pattern. So, some people go to work every day. Some people go to work to Abu Dhabi, come back every day. So they have different driving patterns. So we're trying to predict when that 10,000 kilometers will finish and send reminder on time to bring the car for the service. So that's the gist of this project. By the way, this project has been gone through 3 evolutions. So first, we started with statistical model. Before I joined the group, we had a very simple statistical model. We had 50% accuracy, 50-60% accuracy. Then I used a very simple regression model to boost the accuracy to 70%. And recently, we last year, basically, we moved the model, and this year is launched. We moved the model to Dataiku, so we get all this benefit of Dataiku, AutoML, trying different techniques, auto-tuning, and ensembling different techniques to boost up the accuracy to around 80%. The model has 3 components. The main one is driving pattern prediction or mileage per day prediction. So we're feeding all this information that we have about the customer demographics. So, gender is one driving factor, right? Nationality is another driving factor. So all age is another. So all these demographic features we feed into model. All the past history of the services we also feed into the model. Obviously, the driving pattern of the past is leading indication for the future. Spending pattern, how much warranty left, how much basically kilometer has been driven, all this information plus previous experience, any complaint has been raised, any sort of survey, NPS score being given. So all this information are coming to the model, and we're predicting mileage per day, and based on that, we can predict 10,000 kilometers or 6 months when is the time for next service. But the catch is, when the warranty finish, obviously there is no mandate. So we see the switch from customer coming for or following that mandate to now based on their own intuition. So some customer wants to do every year. Some of them just keep on, major service, right? So the next model is out of that box, looking at, predicting or identifying individual preference or habit, right? So that's the next model that we built to complement the first model. Of course, customers are different. So there are customers that book, but they don't show up, right? Customers don't follow the whatever car manufacturer regulation do or ask, right? And we have a limited capacity in our service center, so we're better off to use our capacity to the best to serve those customers that regularly coming on time, and we want to cater them better and keep the rest of the capacity. So basically, prioritizing the customer on timeliness and basically their habit, right? So that's another model that we built, right? Surprisingly, we are very predictable. So those customers, 80-85%, we can predict the customer is on time or going to book and never show up, right? So the model is helping us to prioritize contact center to call those high priority customers, cater them first, then the next level, call the second, more risky customer that may not show up. And with that, improve the efficiency of call center. This is the overall model. The beauty of Dataiku, you start small, then start growing, so it's become a little bit bigger model. One of the reasons that the model is a little bit look like complex because we found that different brand has different sort of behavior, right? So it makes sense that Renault customer are very different from Infiniti customers. Infiniti customers are very luxury type of customer. Renault is more practical people, right? They want to go A to B, and but Nissan, we have Nissan Patrol flagship, brand or model that we have. So they are different. So we try to model them differently. So there are basically the modeling is segregated in 3 sector based on the brand, but combine and output to the next journey. So that was very classical machine learning regression model type of problem that we use Dataiku to boost our sort of modeling. The next one that I want to talk about is more of like a sentiment analysis on customers. So we try to use LLM to understand our customer feedbacks, right? So we did it before using classic NLP. I think three years ago we did some try. Was okay, but very painful. You have to engineer everything, every question, and the pipeline to understand. But with LLM and new sort of trend, we could crack it very easily. Now it's very interesting to dive deeper into this feedback. And I'm talking about feedback. Sometimes it's like a 3-page feedback, right? The whole story is there, right? Some of the feedbacks has a specific service advisor name in it, that this guy with this name gave me a really good experience compared to last time this guy. I don't know how our customer remember the names, but they do, and they write. The whole experience is being written in the, we appreciate that, right? We appreciate our customer to be that committed, that give us feedback. Now our job is to actually make insight out of it and make the experience more pleasant for them. So what we do, we start looking at, sentiment analysis. Is it positive feedback, negative feedback? What is neutral? Then we deep dive to understand more. Is it about service experience? Is it about mechanical experience? Is it about what part of the experience they were talking about? So there you will see some keyword or segmentation about one of the other insight we start looking into was, okay, is something promised for the next time? So sometimes, through experience, they write that, okay, I had this bad experience, but service advisor promised me next time I'll do that. So this promise should be honored, right? So we bring through LLM, you can ask, okay, if something has been mentioned as action, brought it up, right? So we take it and put it in a customer 360. So next time when you're calling the customer, you know that has been promised next time to do what, right? The other one is that I mentioned, specific names of service advisor is mentioned, that I have a good experience with X person, right? So that helps our contact center to book the next service with that specific service advisor, to make the journey more, to basically show that we read your comments, we understand your experience, and we want to continue that pleasant experience. So these are a couple of insights that we start looking from customer feedback. And of course, you have a multilingual feature through LLM, so you don't need to translate, you automatically understand the context from Arabic, and most of our customers are Arab speakers, so or Emirati nationality, especially in Patrol, right? They're big fan of Patrol. So that helps us to, streamline the analysis.